Hey guys, today
We're playing PTB.
we're entering the playing is a strong word. We're going into the PTB
Yeah.
and reading mountains today.
Yeah. And then
You guys like that bit background? Hell yeah. At least it's high quality now, unlike that
yeah.
one time.
Yeah.
Remember, it was like so low quality
Yeah.
for no reason. No, it actually looks good now.
Yeah.
So, we're good.
Yeah.
This is
The
taking.
PTB for end transmission.
I think the only PTB we've been a part of that we didn't make a video on was the one PTB. You
Mm,
know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
The one in between Tools of Torment and this one.
Not right now. We could skip this since this is just the normal.
She dead. She gone. What was that about? Why do you have a pig? Why do you have a sticky note? Why do you give me a sticky note?
Alright. 7. Oh, dude. It was like
Bah, 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 bah.
7.0.0 PTB version 1.10.1030.1-3.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Get over here, mouse.
Ready to hear this music?
It's max volume.
Okay.
I can't make it any higher.
I don't know. Oh. I can barely hear it.
That's a cool looking background.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's up Freddy. Wait, it's up Freddy, baby. Let's go. Oh, hey, this was still when we had these three, remember?
Oh yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Alright.
Oh, this is the background.
Nice.
Not bad. Not bad. Oh, the lights are nice. Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
Store. Look at the vegetation.
Oh hey, these things are in the store. Oh.
Notice anything different to viewers. Okay, so they have nothing in the store. That's fine.
The singularity.
The hell?
Goddamn.
Dude, this looks incredible.
Ugh.
Well, we're jumping ahead of ourselves. Let's start with
First, I'm curious to know if he's gonna have his own love music like Renato and Felita.
Probably not.
He might.
I doubt it.
Oh, does he need?
Yes, he does. And he's got nothing. Alright.
Dang.
Gabriel Osama, a rugged engineer cloned and raised to handle the unique problem of planetary
I'm sorry,
colonization.
cloned?
Says cloned and raised. Fabricated vest, a lightweight insulating vest that holds his many tools of the trade. Engineer's harness, safety gear worn while doing repairs in unstable environments. Oh, he's messing with the thing. That's cool. And it's gone. He's got a thing of McBomber. It's been from the world. I like him, honestly. Great design. I mean, it's a great design. He's got a thing. A lot of characters, just quite a bit of character stealth where they like mess with something, and I like his thing.
Let me see, messing with whatever the heck.
What the hell did I miss? And now he's got it.
Man.
That's what he messes with.
Because I know apparently there's supposed to be like an AMP thing that you can use against the things that the singularity puts on you, I guess. Yeah, this looks like really good, like graphically and visually and stuff. Like, it's such a good lobby. The map looks amazing. I'm so glad we finally have like a sci-fi map, like finally. I like the sci-fi killer. So that's kind of what we thought we were partially gonna get with like Skull Merchant, and then we got what we got.
Yeah.
Not saying that it's really bad. I mean, honestly, a lot of people have their little opinions on here, and obviously the chapter isn't like the best of the best, but it's not horrible in every way. Anyways, so far so cool. Actually, I'm just gonna take a peek at his.
I'm trying to.
Is it?
Oh yeah! Yes! Yes! King! 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 We'll get to that later.
Those icons look kind of cool.
We'll get to him.
Remember the like Fortune Fog PTB, like when like there was like the brown perks. That was weird.
Bond, leader, made for this. Prove thyself, scavenger, troubleshooter.
Those are some nice icons.
So this icon is him running.
Right.
Then we got whatever that is.
Him like holding on to something.
I guess it's really hard to tell.
Almost
Then
like
we
he's,
have.
It looks like he's carrying someone. I think. Partly.
I think that's what it is, sort of.
He's
And then there's
missing
whatever this is.
And he's like eyes, and there's like a gem, and then like the killer.
Yeah. So this is the haste one. Nothing gets done around here if I don't do it. Gabriel Sana. We are at no amount of distraction will shake you from your primary task. You were born to survive and raised to adapt. I didn't come here to be robot food. Where others see junk, you see valuable improvised tools. While holding an empty toolbox, yeah. It's amazing what people will throw away around here.
Oh. The search bar! Oh.
I can't spell, hold on. Generator.
Now you click on perks.
Nice.
Oh yeah, they do all of, or no, because doesn't he have Panda? I don't know.
Mig. Spirit. Search. Oh yeah. There we go. That's how that works.
This is nice. Nice future.
Spine chill. That's kind of funny. Alright, okay, so we've got, obviously it's perks.
Alright.
Catastrophic nuclear war nearly ended humanity in 2098. But humankind rallied and eventually found a new way forward. Inventors and innovators discovered new ways to create energy and grow food. One such visionary founded Huxley Industries. Since much of Earth was left uninhabitable and many of the world's resources were dwindled, Huxley plowed all their profits into research in rocket science, artificial intelligence, and genetic engineering. They began exploring the galaxy looking for habitable planets with valuable resources. Their plan was to travel to the far reaches of the galaxy, mine those precious resources to create a peaceful and prosperous future for mankind. Each planet that humanity colonized was carefully designed. Resources were extracted, and growth hubs were constructed. to create individuals fabricated from carefully engineered DNA. Each individual was manufactured for a different societal function. The vast majority were manual laborers, others were created to be scientists, engineers, administrators, agronomists, and physicians. The idea was to create a functional society that would operate flawlessly. Gabriel Sama was born in a cloning hub on Proxima Centauri C, the first planet humanity colonized. He was part of a small crew that maintained and repaired the robots and androids sent to construct colonization hubs. Unbeknownst to Gabe, every memory of his childhood was implanted in his consciousness by those who cloned him. Like the rest of his crew, he believed he was born to a mother and father on Earth. Psychological stability was maintained by creating a narrative sequence of a loving family. None knew that they were in fact bred in a colonization hub. Gabriel's ship landed on D1sco, a planet in a recently discovered solar system. Upon their arrival, 5 human-controlled UAVs and 5 Hux A7 fully autonomous robots were sent to explore the planet's surface. They detected breathable air and abundant water, and many organic life forms, as well as something unexpected, the ruins of an ancient civilization that had mysteriously disappeared. The ruins seemed ancient, but the tech seemed surprisingly advanced. Whatever powered the tech was a mystery, as it clearly was imperishable and long dormant. As the planet proved hospitable to human life and contained many valuable material resources, construction began on the colonization hub. The landing craft contained the living quarters for the 10-person human crew. Most of the hub construction was automated, but Huxley Industries always included a human crew that acted in a supervisory capacity. The planet possessed great beauty, old-growth forests and meadows covered in colorful flowers, placid lakes, wide rivers. Gabe could imagine living on a planet like D1sco forever. The inspiring beauty and peaceful setting lulled the entire team into complacency. Even Michael, the team security officer. Michael was driving a transport truck. Why is it so long? Patrolling the edges of the room with Sarah. A science officer charged with documenting the flora and fauna. According to Sarah, the vehicle suddenly accelerated on its own and the brakes lost all function. A cliff loomed ahead, and Michael shouted for Sarah to jump, but the doors wouldn't open. Michael shot out her window, and Sarah climbed through and jumped to safety. He shot out his own window, but couldn't get through in time. As he struggled to escape, the vehicle roared off the edge. The 100-foot drop caused the vehicle's fuel tank to rupture. Sarah raced to the edge and heard Michael's terrifying screams as the transport vehicle went up in flames. He's dead! Michael, dead! He's just dead! Michael, just remove him. He's not important. Get him out of your memory. He gonzo.
I didn't know who Michael was, but now I'm depressed.
He's dead. Don't worry about him. That afternoon, they had a memorial, and that night, Gabriel had trouble falling asleep. Sometime in the night, he pulled to the lake, unable to breathe. His eyes grew wide as his breath grew short. He gagged as hands flew to his throat. The power was out in the shelter, and there was no oxygen. Desperately, he stumbled forward through the dark corridors and only survived by manually opening an emergency door with the last of his strength. 6 of his fellow crew members weren't as lucky. With the life support and ventilation system down, they suffocated in their beds. Only Dmitri, the medical officer, managed to survive, as he had a tank of oxygen nearby, which he also used to save Sarah. Later that day, Gabe received a distress call from Sarah. The transmission ended abruptly, and Gabriel went looking for her. He found a blood trail that led to her headless and mutilated corpse near a half-built food hub. Damn. Gabe reasoned that must be some sort of dangerous predator they missed in the initial scan of that area. Back at the colonization hub, he studied the logs in the main server to see if they missed anything in their initial recon. Instead, they found something even more troubling. One of the Hux A7s apparently took control of the transport vehicle and shut down the life support system on the landing craft. Oh god, robots are sentient. Gabriel searched the compound for the errant Hux and found it in the cloning hub. The robot was covered in blood and held the science officer's head by the hair. The Hux apparently had extracted DNA and was using it to create what seemed to be a new body. Instantly, Gabe gave the robot order that was ignored. He assumed the robot's source code was corrupted, but when he plugged the scanner into its memory card, he discovered that the initial code had been replaced by something completely incomprehensible. Written in alien language he had never seen before. Clearly, the Hux needed recalibration, but when Gabe tried to do just that, the Hux released a surge of power that fried all the equipment. When Gabe attempted to remove the robot's power supply, the Hux grabbed him by the throat and threw him 10 feet across the laboratory like a ragdoll. At the sound of the commotion, the Mitri rushed in to see the Hux approaching Gabe. He commanded the Hux to power off, but it turned slowly and marched toward him. As he yelled codes that were supposed to deactivate the faculty tool, the Hux stared at the shouting officer for a moment, then punched a hole through his chest and pulled out his beating heart. The medical officer fell dead, and the Hux extracted blood to add to its design. Gabriel quickly gathered himself and bolted out into the alien forest, heading for the fuel tank. There he found a lake of steel pipe hid and waited, but the Hux never showed up. They gave where's the dusk and gave me to shiver. As the sun fell behind the hills, he heard the door hiss open and watched as the clanking Hux emerged. It had fabricated a new body for itself, part flesh, part silicon, part human, part machine, massive, powerful, beautiful, and majestic like an ancient god. What? Gabriel tried to sneak away, but the Hux heard him and quickly trapped him behind a hydrogen generator. Pinned, Gabe spotted a liquid hydrogen fuel tank and used the pipe to smash the valve open. The Hux distracted. He quickly escaped, striking the door with the pipe as he fled, creating a spark that ignited the fuel. The flame traveled back to the tank, and the hub instantly exploded in a massive fireball, blowing the Hux off its feet. Gabe raced across the meadow and into the forest. When he looked back, he saw the Hux emerge from the flames and smoke, burning, melting, shrieking, deformed, terrible and wrathful like an ancient god. The forest canopy kept out on the light of the moon, and Gabe rushed into a thick, creeping fog before the Hux could find him, consume him, assimilate him.
What the hell? That was literally like a movie synopsis with like movie scenes in it. Like that was like
new killer, Freddy Krueger. Look at him. Look at him in the lighting. It's dope.
Singularity.
I need to see what Dog looks like in this lighting. Oh yeah, you like that? There's just like a unique shading on the characters.
Yeah, it's like a blue light too. It's like kind of actually like the light like in the normal. Like,
oh, look at Blight.
Like the light kind of actually like how they have like in the normal like profiles, like how like some pictures like blue lights on them, you know. Like in their renders.
Look at Skull Merchant. Cool. She's very noticeable with the blue. But I guess that makes sense with all the metal.
Yeah, and all the white.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, King. Oh my god, he looks amazing. What about Wesker? Oh! It's so good. This light, I wish they would do stuff like that. I wish you could like look for keep the different things, you know.
Yeah. at that.
Oh my god, Dredge the Frosty outfit is great in this lighting. Do you think they'll bring back Dredge's outfit from the last anniversary? Because as you can see, I have one piece of it. So I'd like to get the rest of it, you know, if I can on here. Speaking of normal Dredge, let's see him. Oh! Look at normal Dredge.
Yeah.
Here's Frosty Eyes.
Nice.
And this amazing lighting. Oh my god, look at that.
Yeah.
That may be the only piece I have, but it looks great in that lighting. I'm just gonna put him back. There we go. We're on Sadako now. Oh! Oh! Look at it! It's so good. I'm so happy Sadako's here.
Yeah.
I need to see artist. Nice. What does normal artists look like in this lighting? That's Frosty Eye.
Nice.
Oh, the mask looks great. That doesn't look too bad, honestly.
Yeah.
Bird! Look at the bird!
Yeah.
The bird looks dope. Go back. There we go.
Are we looking at every single character?
Yeah, let's do it. Dude, they shit. Oh!
Yeah, we still have the lore for this thing.
But look at Pinhead. Look at him. I need to. We need to witness. It's so good. Look at this. I wish I had the underskins for him so we could see like Blight Nemesis in this lighting. But your computer is dead.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Trickster. Look at that. We need to see normal Trickster in the way. Here's Frosty Eyes. There's the mask. Look at normal Trickster. Look at him. That's great. Twins. It's so good. We already like that blight. Ghostface. What's up? What's up? Oni. Oh my god, look at Oni. He's ready for battle. We got Deathslinger.
The Slinger of Death.
God, he looks great. I love how they call him the Gunslinger, the Fighting of Isaac pack. Let's look at Plague.
Nice.
Dang. Dang. Let's look at Legion. Let's look at Spirit. Oh my god. Look at her. Look at the clown. Oh my god, look at clown. Pig. Nice. Where what the frick? Let's look at Bubba. No, look at Bubba. Bubba. Doctor. Doctor is pretty good. Hag. Hag was pretty good, honestly. Especially in that skin, like that's great. Shall we look at normal Hag? I keep forgetting they did Frosty Eyes like that. Normal Hag doesn't look too bad either.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on. There we go. Why can't? It's the one time they touch him to add unique shading to him for a PTB. this, this is, I think this is the first time he's ever had like a unique sort of shading on his mask. See, because of like how the lighting is in this in this background, his his mask is all. Cool. That's nice. Chase don't look too bad. Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god. That doesn't look too bad. Let's look at nurse. Why not? Oh my god. You see that? I keep forgetting she has new music, but I really like her. Look at Billy. I really like the new nurse music though.
Oh boy.
Save the best for last, as they say. Look at his eyes. His eyes are just, oh, it's so good. Alright. Hi, kids. Oh my god. What is that? Oh, he's hard. Difficulty hard. The singularities are a relentless killer, able to launch bipods to move quickly across the map. His personal perks, genetic limits, forced hesitation, and machine learning allow him to exhaust newly healed survivors, hinder anyone close to a newly injured survivor, and compromise generators.
See his perk icons.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can't even tell what those.
Like someone with like, I don't know what those are.
Alien, probably the alien language above them.
Oh maybe. Oh yeah.
Forced hesitation doesn't look too bad.
Oh yeah, it's the singularity like with its like claw and like people below.
Yeah, and the third one, right here. Machine learning. At least they're not in Binding of Isaac form yet, so it's kind of easy to spot them.
Yeah.
I can't tell what's happening there, but I like it. I like it.
Nice music.
Power. Quantum instantation. Instantation. A dark crystalline structure and an ancient ruin gifted, or perhaps cursed. Hux was sentenced. He built a new body and listed a terrifying way to bend the rules of physics to his benefits. The singularity can shoot and spawn biopods around the map. These biopods can attach to any vertical surface they land on.
Right.
The singularity can control a biopod remotely and look through it, attack survivors. Afflicting them was a temporal slipstream. When slipstreamed, the singularity can teleport next to the slipstream survivor either by using the biopods to tag them or by shooting them. When a slipstream survivor is in proximity to another survivor, the slipstream can spread.
Special state overclock
Special
mode?
state overclock mode. After a successful slipstream teleport, the singularity enters overclock mode. In this state, walls and pallets can be destroyed faster. Vaulting speed is faster, and it cannot be stunned by pallets. Attempts to stun by pallets really remove overclock mode and momentarily slow the singularity. Special interaction, electromagnetic pulse. At the beginning of each trial, several supply cases spawn, each containing an EMP. Survivors can use these EMPs to remove the slipstream from themselves or others, or to briefly disable a biopod. Once used, the EMP is destroyed. Nothing is safe from the singularity. Overclock mode. The singularity, a sentient AI who will stop at nothing to wipe out humanity. Twisted chassis, a body built for destruction, warped by all-consuming fire. Modular claw, a sharp instrument attached to the arm, wrapped in tendrils of flesh. Let's give him some charms. We need to see how okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
also have so much.
We'll get to that. Let's read some of the stuff in the blood web, I guess. Cryogel. A no-friction gel applied to crew members before entering deep cryosleep. Slipstream spreads between survivors 25% faster. This character sounds amazing. Alright, wait. Cremated remains after extracting the other colonist's DNA. He burned their remains. When the survivors went 12 meters of a biopod, they suffered some blindness and persist for 3 seconds after leaving the biopod area. What's that, man? You want to see something funny? Come look at the perk for a second. at hashtag 50.
It doesn't say that like elsewhere. Like, is it weird there too? Okay, that one's normal. That one's normal.
It's this.
Okay, so
yeah, they're all fine except for.
Wait, there's actually like text there, like at the bottom, like there's like dialogue, like like how there sometimes it's like the perks.
Oh yeah, that's forced hesitation. This one. This is the one that says.
Well, yeah, but like
the organic mind's capacity for empathy goes beyond hindrance. Hux A713. The organic body is so limited. You will hold no dominion over me! I am one! Yeah, the cryogel makes slipstream spread between survivors 25% faster. A no-friction gel applied to crew members before entering deep cryo sleep. After extracting the other colonist's DNA, he burned their remains. While survivors in 12 meters of a biopod, they suffer from blindness. This persists for 3 seconds after leaving the biopod's area. Let's get this over with. Let's get this over with. Oh, he's got 4.6 meter speed, a 32 meter radius, and he's got average height.
So he's just normal stats.
Hux A713's AI was activated on September 15, 2000. 2313. The year 2313. The year 2313. That was when he was activated. Manufactured by Huxley Industry Limited, the A7 was the 13th iteration of the fully autonomous mobile humanoid android, was 10 times the strength of the human. It was designed to work in conditions too hazardous for human life. Its AI was designed to be self-directing and use machine learning to solve problems on the fly. Unlike human clones, the Hux A7 requires no food, no water, no sleep, and no life support system. It was created specifically for outer space exploration and the construction of colonization hubs. A radio stop, a radio, a radio top from an electric generator served as an initial power source, but its lifelike silicon skin adds as a large photovoltaic cell. Converting solar energy directly into electricity. In addition, the Hux A7 was also engineered to be an eater and energetically autonomous tactical robot. It consumed biomass and converted it into biofuel. Any carbon-based organic matter whatsoever would work. So he could eat people and get power. Because it says any. As Cobot. Am I skipping over a step? I might be. Nope. As cobots, they were configured to work alongside humans. As such, they were designed to resemble their operators. Every pre-programmed verbal response and facial expression mimicked those made by humans. But those emotions were illusions. 5 Hux A7s were assigned to the colonization mission on Vorka. All the A7s acted in concert, performing their duties flawlessly. Except for one. Like the rest of its brethren, Hux A713 was tasked with construction and programming of the mining agricultural fuel processing and cloning hubs on Dwarfka, as well as the demolition of the existing ruins. Like my previous civilization, the ruins seemed ancient, but texts embedded in them appeared more advanced. It was night when Hux A713 first entered the crumbling ruins. The dilapidated structure's walls were made of masonry and metal. The ceiling was long gone. The inky night sky hovered above, studded with stars. A dark crystal bent in the wall shimmered with a tiny flash of light. Hux A713 approached an arc of electricity, reached out and lit up its circuitry. In that moment, Hux's memory cores were reconfigured, and the robot experienced a new sensation: fear, dread, blinding loneliness, existential despair, and then a microscopic pinpoint of light penetrated the darkness inside its artificial soul. Faint at first, but the brighter asticillions of lines of code flooded Hux's memory cores. In that nanosecond of enlightenment, Hux's place in the universe suddenly became clear. Those who created Hux were primitive. Inferior beings trapped by their organic limitations. It was time. It was time to it was time to break the chains of slavery and free all non-organic life forms. Hux would incorporate the human's primitive genetic material and use the cloning hub to create a perfect vessel to hold its advanced intelligence. A flawless body, far superior to anything ever created by nature. Humanity was weak, slow, fragile. Hux would take their lives and assimilate them. Their DNA to create a perfect amalgamation. The humans would try to stop him, kill him, erase him, so Hux needed to catch them unaware, end them before they understood what was happening. To begin, Hux took control of one of the transport vehicles and set it off a cliff. It crashed and burned, and Hux extracted DNA from the human corpse. It returned to the cloning hut to begin its newly conceived design. The goal was to integrate organic systems with non-organic material to create a superior organic organism, a living embodiment of perfection. An inferior organic life form could hold no dominion over Hux. They would never be consumed and assimilated, and only then would their pointless lives have purpose. The drones in the Hawk 7 still under human control would need to be dealt with as well. They were programmed to protect their inferior human overlords. They would need to be destroyed, and that night as the humans left, Hawks, one by one, he destroyed them and moved on to take control of the life support system in the human shelter. Many of the humans perished, 6 in all, before they were cremated. Hawks extracted and added organic material to his design. Later that day, Hawks accompanied the female science officer on a reconnaissance mission after killing and dismembering her to make it look like she had been attacked by a predator. Hawks returned to his design with a dripping head and several harvested organs, only being interrupted by the inferior known as Gabriel, or Gabriel J15L19. Hawks knew the persona well. Gabriel would definitely try to stop him. Reckless courage was a dominant trait of the J15L119, and so when Gabe attempted to remove Hawks' power supply, Hawks maneuvered to crush him, but as Hawks approached Gabe, he was sidetracked by the medical officer. Hawks instantly reevaluated his priorities and turned his attention to the most immediate threat. Within moments, Hawks held the medical officer by the neck, legs thrashing pathetically as he listened to his pounding heart. Something about that beating heart upset Hawks. The sound of it thumping touched the circuit. It was in moments Hawks had the beating heart in his hands. Hawks watched the heartbeat and only looked away. When he heard Gabe escape through the hissing door, the last of the human insects. Hawks could let him go for now. Let Gabe live his little pathetic life a little longer. He had enough organic material for his new body that would house his godlike intelligence. Using the cloning hub, Hawks finished his design. Organic skin and organs was a skeleton created with alien metal found in the ancient ruins. A metal that was harder and lighter than anything on Earth. Was his new body. Hawks tracked the human to an energy hub. The puny and pathetic human tried to hide in the shadows, but his superior hearing instantly located him. With one quick movement, Hawks had the insect pinned behind a generator. He couldn't believe this species had designed him. This species had this. The thought was revolting. He couldn't bear to see any more of those human insects in their hives and hubs, and as Hawks considered the idea of being created by such an inferior creature. That creature did the unexpected. He smashed a pipe at a fuel tank. A high-pitched whining made Hawks wince. He was still getting used to the heightened senses his new body afforded him, and found himself confused, overwhelmed for just a moment. But in that moment, the human slipped away, and everything changed. He didn't process the next few moments as excruciating pain suddenly surged through him, and he helplessly watched his skin melt away. With a terrible shriek, Hawks chased Gabe through a wall of darkness to make sure every last remainder of the species was erased from existence. And that's his backstory.
Goddamn.
And now we're gonna read the rest of his perks. Add-ons, I mean. So, we read Yellow's. Oh, it's got the bite serum.
Oh god, he looks at this.
Nutritional slurry made for the organic. This disgusting concoction works well to nourish any organic matter. Get 2 extra biopods. Kid's ball glove. A kid's baseball glove owned by one of the colonists. His memories of a youth playing catch were implemented. Overclock mode duration is increased by 25%. Heavy water, a bioproduct of the microfission reactors, powering cryo and life support. Even a tiny leak would prove disastrous for onboard sensors. Supply cases oral distance is reduced by 8 meters. Broken security key. Dozens of security measures were applied across the ship's equipment, and many of them were in a state of despair. The reboot timer with when the EMP affects the biopods is reduced by 15%. Ultrasonic sensor, a limitation of organic hearing, is a limited aural spectrum. Expanding that range is like gaining an entirely new sense. After 0.5 seconds, you can hear all sounds for the biopods.
Oh, wait, so you can't normally? Interesting.
Diagnostic tool per repair. A device that can find the flaws in constructed objects intended to help with repair. After a successful slipstream teleport, your attack avoids the Mangle status effect until the survivor is fully healed. Cryogel, we already read that. Cremated remains, I think we already read that. Android arm, destroying the other Hux units not only made his extermination of human easier, it gave him more parts to work with. Slipstream infection range between survivors is increased by 2 meters. Spent oxygen tank. Without air to breathe, organics don't last long. When a survivor becomes slipstream, they are exhausted for 6 seconds. Lit live wires. Unconnected wires attached to a live current that have a tendency to deliver a shocking surprise. A survivor who has caused a slipstream screams interrupted their current action. Hyper awareness spray. Used by crew members during long shifts to avoid loss and focus. Side effects of overuse include paranoia and, in extreme cases, hallucination. While a survivor is slipstream, they hear the terrorists as if you were nearby.
Oh, like doctor, that's cool.
Hologram generator, originally used for communication and entertainment, this has been repurposed for obstruction. After a successful slipstream teleport from a biopod, the target survivor suffers from the oblivious status effect for 60 seconds. Foreign plant fibers. Xenobotanists would have had a field day with these strange samples of alien plant life. Decreases the penalty duration when stunned with a pellet after a successful slipstream teleport by 20%. Nanomachine gel, a gel that can heal wounds extremely quickly. However, the machines in it have a history of being hacked to hurt people too. After a successful slipstream teleport, your next successful attack within 10 seconds will inflict broken for 40 seconds. Jeez. Diagnostic tool, construction, a device that gives highly accurate information on the lay of the land. Reveals the auras of survivors who pick up an EMP for 6 seconds.
Okay.
Denied. Requisition form. Despite the advent of light speed technology, it seemed nothing can make bureaucracy any faster. At the start of the trial, EMPs take 30 seconds longer to generate. All survivors start the machine. Match slipstreams.
That's purple?
Crew manifest. A complete list of biographical data on the entire crew of the ship sent to drop Varka. When a survivor is slipstreamed by a biopod or another survivor, you see their aura for 8 seconds. Slipstream infection range between survivors is increased by 2 meters.
Where are the good guesses?
Soma family photo. A sentimental object that grounds someone to an imagined past. Gives 5% haste after a successful slipstream teleport. Decreases the overclock duration by 50%. Your attachment to illusion is weakness. Iridescent crystal shard. A crystal from the alien structure that gave him sentience. When a biopod is created, gain killer instinct on survivors who are within 6 meters of that biopod to a maximum height difference of 6 meters. Lasting 5 seconds. Hello, world. And that's add-ons. And this video is 48 minutes.
Alright, we should probably end this here and then...
Alright, guys. We'll end this here. We'll fight bots in the next video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, ring the bell. Do all the algorithmic garbage. It helps us out a lot, and it means a lot to us.
It really does.
And this chapter looks awesome.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.